I'm just in a terrifically bad mood, so I don't even have time to be here. Even keeping my winter clothes on, it's cold. It's whatever. I need like 50 cups of coffee today. It's just a bad news weekend. Um, well, there's a sign behind me because I got this printed out for my project here. I don't know if you're gonna read that. I don't know. I don't even have to hang it there. I don't know. I just wanted to show you that, it's even in all my anger and desperation, still trying to get something accomplished. Um, yeah, I got a rejection letter from the Sundance Film Festival on Friday, which is like, I'm really annoyed. I've made good films, and once again, yeah, it's $100. Just throw it down the drain, just like this sign, like another $100. Where am I getting all this magical money from? And it's just like I'm yeah, I'm not in a good mood. Ah, fuck. Did I ever tell you that I have funny elbows? I know it's a weird thing. I always am hitting my elbows constantly. My elbows have actual like huge bruises on them all the time. Like I have lumps in there because I'm always whacking them into something or whatever. It's always, I don't know. Um, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just here because I need to say something. And crazy thing, I was at this event yesterday, last night till late, and yeah, full open bar, and I didn't touch a drop. And it's just like, my God, it's because of the holiday season. And when they go to these events, everything's just like, oh well, let all acquaintance be forgot and never come to mine. All lang syne, and then it's just pouring all over the place. And you're there till like midnight, like 12:30, and there's a lot of people that, well, not a lot of people. There's like a whole table of drunks that didn't want to leave, and it was like a whole to do. And then it's like, you have a combination of disgust and jealousy at the same time for them. But yeah, I was in a situation last night that was deeply embarrassed and insulted for no reason at all, just for the sake of doing so. And now I'm like on the warpath with that too. It's bad enough you have bad luck all the time, and which is I'm retitling my book, one of the books. Maybe I'll put in the link over here, but you don't need to. It's bad enough that you feel unlucky all the time, and you don't need to be further ridiculed and embarrassed for no reason other than whatever you try to do. You try to be who you are. You try to do the things you can, and maybe you're what you set out to do and who you are. Maybe is yeah, maybe it's a little embarrassing. Maybe you guys, it's like, yeah, I put too many YouTube videos up and only maybe 4 or 5 people either watch it and nobody likes it. Same thing with my social media. Same thing with everything. No one likes me. I get it. It's like somehow it's a surprise. Like how is it? It's not a surprise to me, and it's always meeting someone for the first time and them not liking you for whatever reason, and then not like going to the length of telling you how much they don't, as if it's a big surprise. Like guess what? My own mother couldn't stand me. So what chance do you got, buddy? But it's always like, she just wear a sign or some sort of QR code. It's like, well, I know you hate me, so don't be like, oh yeah, you're the first one to ever, have these ill feelings towards me because I'm a person that gives people ill feelings. It's not something that I do on purpose. It's just something that it exists because you just have a stink. Everyone has an odor. Everyone has a scent of some kind. Mine happens to be that of a skunk. Cross between a skunk and a snake. If a snake can slither, sorry, if a skunk could slither, that's what I would be. A skunk snake. Yeah. So now I have to go into Brooklyn and do something else. So I just came to the, I'm on very little, not too much sleep. I'm very sore, and it's just like I just wanted to put up this sign that I also had to pay a lot of money for, and then at the same time, it's just like, is anyone going to read it? Is anyone going to care? I'm not going to even have time to even mount it. I just wanted to just bring it, just put it up, and just like, and as soon as I got off the elevator, I just kind of just sat down. I didn't even like think about anything. I don't know. And it's days like this that are always the crucible because, yeah, it's like it's cold. I just want to sit home with a big bottle of red wine and just watch dumb movies. And I would if I had any confidence in that I would feel, like somehow, like I've mentioned before, just somehow would just skip over everything. Like I can do the action without consequence, and there's just no way. All actions do have consequences. That's just the way it is. I mean, except for dreams, you could do whatever you want in a dream, but you can't do whatever you want in reality without paying the consequence. And it's just like it's like whatever I want is inconsequential because, other parts of me are just not cooperative. And that's it. Like I have to take the whole package as a whole, the mind and the body and whatever else. This is one unit. It's like no matter what I want to convince myself otherwise, you can convince yourself whatever you want, but but if you're not able or there's something, amiss, you can't really change that. Will can only do so much. But, but I also have to be mindful that this is a singular unit trying to get into, and I'm trying to go into one direction. And it's so much distraction and so much just, everyone's just putting you through so much pain. And it's hard to stay focused when everybody's always throwing you off track. Even getting on the subway last night, like I'm on a train car with three people. I'm by myself. It's late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. One guy is standing next to or near another guy, and he's smiling at him. Like, I guess it's just awkwardly or stupidly. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know. But the guy got pissed. And this dude starts screaming, like, what are you smiling at, motherfucker? What are you smiling at? Take that smile off you. Why don't you go smile at that guy? And he's pointing to me. Like, it's like, so this guy starts, one guy's yelling at this guy to smile at me. The guy turns around, starts smiling at me. And I'm like, I really don't care what's going on between you two. So it's just like, so they're both staring at me. I didn't even do anything. I'm just standing there. And this is like the kind of like hostility level in the city. Just like, it's unreal. Like I didn't do it. I'm just going to the train 2 stops because it's not stopping at my stop. So I had to transfer and go back a couple of train stops, whatever, the deal with this damn subways. And it's just like, my God, like one guy's smiling at another guy and they're standing too close to him. There's a whole train car and the guy's flipping out. Why'd you go smile at that dude? So I just smile back. What do I care? The guy was just, I don't know, either gay or goofy or drunk. I don't give a damn. But it's like that's and it's just like these things, just like wow. At least maybe you have a little bit more of a thicker skin. As a New Yorker, my skin should be as cold as steel. But you know what? I don't think that's true for really a lot of people anymore. I think everyone's just like so all worked up and sensitive. The New Yorkers are not what they used to be. It's like water off a duck's back. That's how it's supposed to be, but it's not. Everyone's taking everything very personally. And it's just like, and and I'm guilty as charged as well, and yours truly, and then it's just like, and then to print out a sign and to handle a movie rejection and then try to put this up and then try to explain this project, and there's enough work in just the mental homework and work to do and maintain a path, and then it's like it's almost like the world is set out against you to kind of just make sure you just don't get where you want to go. And yeah, so I got to drink tons of coffee just to get into a good mood because I feel completely crushed. And there's just nothing. And I mean, I would have to take like a needle full of caffeine in order to just feel anything at this point, positive or good. weather sucks. It's cold. It's going to get worse tomorrow, from what I hear. And then I gotta go and, you know, demand apologies from people because, you know, at the same time, you know, it's, you know, you want to be amicable, but you also have to stand your ground. So it's kind of a mess. And how do you do that without looking like a fool and without causing more trouble? That's always a question. All right, that's enough. Yeah.